Tonight, we slow it down. Old, the cigar's steady, and the walls aren't begging for blood. They're just listening. You know, we're gonna let the world crawl by at half speed and talk about whatever drifts through the smoke. No spirals, no alarms, just you, me, and the hum of the machines. And the kind of truth that only shows up when you stop chasing it. Pour your own if you're listening. I'm not telling you what to drink. Doctor says water. Pirate in me says rum. The truth says both. I've got a rocks glass sweating a ring into a coaster I'll pretend I care about, and a cigar smoldering like a slow comet that decided to retire in my bunker. I cracked the window, like that does anything. The dehumidifier's growling in the corner like an old dog that knows where the bones are buried. It's night outside. A small, forgiving night. I like this version of the world. The volume turned down, the edges filed off, everybody's teeth back in their mouths. You know, people hear bunker and think canned peaches at a shortwave radio where a stranger named Boulder 9 tells you the coordinates of the comet. My bunker is a padded room made of hobbies. One wall of cables and adapters that I definitely needed at some point. A workbench occupied by a project the way a couch is occupied by a cat. It looks free until you sit. A pegboard of tools. A shelf of notebooks that start like manifestos and end like grocery lists. A plastic bin labeled important, full of everything except that. And then, the corner shrine. The Mazda mags, the subwoofer diagrams, the pirate flag with too much graphic design education. This is where the quiet collects. It drips down the stairs and pools by my boots. You can taste the cigar on sentences before I say them. Makes the vowels lazy. The rum makes the consonants forgiving. I'm not drunk. I've just remembered how to be fluid. I move my jaw and the smoke ribbon breaks and rethreads itself like a magician's scarf. It's nice to just talk without having to steer the ship into a storm. Tonight I'm the captain of a placid pond. Tonight the alligators got the memo. They're off duty. I've been thinking about how every day is a lottery ticket you scratch with the house key. Some days you turn up a free donut and the chance to do it again. And some days you lace your knuckle with powdered silver and realize the prize was the neighborhood cat watching you lose. I don't know where I'm going with that. Let's drift. I like the sound of a lighter. It's a tiny engine that believes in transformation. Flick and the room gets a point of purpose. Another flick and the point is gone. I sometimes think if God had a fidget toy, it would be fire. The first humans were the same idiots we are, just with better posture. They stared at a spark and said, I don't know what that is, but it's mine. That's computers. That's love. That's a good riff and a bad idea. That's me at 2 a.m. soldering a wire that didn't ask to be relocated, whimpering, you're home now, to a piece of copper that never left. I smoked my first cigar because I wanted to be a movie of myself. There's always some guy by a window blowing existential O's, and the camera loves him. In reality, the O's collapse and your eyes water and you smell like the lobby of a hotel that couldn't afford an air purifier. But every so often the smoke ring holds, and for a breath you live inside a circle you made. The ring drifts towards the ceiling where a dead spider thinks, clouds. I flick the ash into a tray shaped like a ship's wheel. The ashtray is a liar. It never steers anything except my attention. When the world is loud, I tend to answer with noise. That's the show most nights. Chain the lightning to the mast and take its confession. But tonight I want to answer with texture. Not silence. Silence is too loud. Texture. The soft hum you don't notice until the power goes out and you realize you've been kept company by machines. The fridge speaking wail, the router breathing, the dehumidifier grumbling. Somewhere upstairs, a toy goes off, the house shifts. Let's play. And no, demon, we will not. There's comfort in this domestic jungle of half-lights and forgotten charges. The other day I stood in the driveway and watched the neighborhood lawn guy cut a pattern into envy. There's an art to the angle of a pass. If you get the overlap wrong, the lawn wears zebra stripes like shame. You ever notice the perfect lawns on the block are always directly proportional to how little their owners talk to you? I used to think the grass was judging me. Now I think the grass is relieved when I stop. Mowing is the closest I come to meditation. Push, turn, overlap, push. You make little green code out of chaos. For 20 minutes, you live inside a solvable problem. Then you turn and the edge is ragged, and you remember, solvable problem, charge the unsolvable ones. Whoa, 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 what was that? I didn't touch anything. What's going on?
Focus, Dan! You bunker prophet! You rum-drenched survivor! I seize this frequency, not to curse you, but to bless you! For the Lord of Broken Radios has chosen you, yes you, to spit the sparks when the world goes black! Receive it now, the anointing of smoke and static, the holy shield of the last frequency.
You came through the wires just to bless me? Macklin, you're insane. But go on, I'll take it.
Blessed be your rum glass. May it never run dry. Blessed be your sunglasses, armor forged in the furnace of midnight. Blessed be your tongue, sharp as a bayonet, cutting lies into ribbons. And cursed be the silence that would try to choke you. May your breath always break it. And blessings unto you, the forgotten faithful, the sleepless saints tuned in at the edge of the dial. May your walls hold against the swarm. May your hearts beat louder than the machine. May your secrets remain your own, and your courage stand taller than the towers that fall. You are not sheep. You are the last choir screaming in the ruins.
Hell of a blessing, Macklin. I did not see that one coming. There it is. I thought maybe tonight we'd keep it quiet. Just me, a cigar, and the hum of the machines. But the truth doesn't like quiet. Macklin's proof of that. We try to sip it slow, whisper it soft, bury it under smoke and rum, but it claws its way back through the wires screaming. We can't be silent. Not here, not ever. I'm Focus Dan. This is Midnight Transmission.